let's talk about the Democratic Party, because it's pretty clear that I want to get back to the Republican Party and where you think that the fragmenting tensions are, where you think the future of the Republican Party is. I want to get back to that. But the Democratic Party, I think that politically, the Democrats have been the driver of our politics since at least 2008. And that Barack Obama's election was a realigning election in a lot of ways, that Barack Obama, who campaigned in 2008, was not the Barack Obama who governed for his presidency. The kind of hopey and changey and we're united, not divided, and no red states, no blue states. Obama never showed up in the Oval Office. He campaigned and then he just went on vacation for 8 years. And instead, Barack Obama decided to build the coalition that you talk about. And that alienated a lot of people. And that's led to a Democratic Party so radical that they can't even invoke President Obama in positive fashion anymore. They're too woke for Obama at this point, which has left Joe Biden in the lurch as the only person standing there going, hey, remember me? It was okay when Obama was president. What's your take on the direction of the Democratic Party?
So I think one oddity of the Democratic Party, I think it's been moving left really since the Clinton administration. And both victory and defeat since the Clinton administration has been radicalizing for the Democrats. So when they win, it encourages kind of complacency about their leftism, that, you know, they believe that history's on their side. They're the coalition of the ascendant. They own the future. And then when they lose, it just causes them to radicalize out of bitterness and rage. And, you know, usually when they lose, it means they lose their most moderate members in their House and their Senate caucuses. And the problem with the kind of, so they're always prone to this thinking that they've got the future locked because they're progressives. And that's sort of this idea that history has a direction is just built into their worldview. And the problem they have is prematurity. So just as there's no reward in the stock market for being right prematurely, appealing to the hypothetical voters of the future is not a substitute for getting the actual votes of people today. And I think it's pretty clear that that was a mistake they made in 2016. But what's amazing to me is that they often seem like they want to recapitulate that mistake. And really, it's so similar to what they did in 2016. What did they do in 2016, right? They assume that Trump is unacceptable to the electorate, and therefore they may ask Republicans for their votes. They may say, hey, you can vote for me, but they won't make any kind of programmatic compromise. They won't do safe, legal, and rare the way they used to do on abortion. They won't say, hey, of course, we are not going to confiscate guns. Even the ones who aren't actually for confiscation, in general, they're not going out of their way to say that they're not for confiscation in the way that previous Democrats are, or excuse me, previous Democrats were. And so it seems to me the exact same bet in a lot of ways that they made in 2016. Well, maybe it'll work out this time. Or maybe Biden, who's a little bit less in sync with that way of thinking, will get the nomination and run a different kind of campaign. But it does seem to me to be an awfully risky choice the Democrats are making.
Thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed that clip from the Ben Shapiro Show Sunday Special. If you did, go ahead and hit the subscribe button so you stay up to date on all our future content.